Hello everyone, this is ACryInShame, and today I'm bringing you Techtonica 1.0.1. Now this game I picked up some years ago. I played it for a good while during early access, and it was released in 1.0 version last year in 2024, November 2024. Now for me, this is my first time jumping into 1.0. I've been kind of busy the past couple of years, so I'm jumping into 1.0. I'm going to go ahead and take a first look, kind of ignoring a lot of the comment stuff that's been going on in the Steam page and such. There seems to be a lot of discourse on whether it's good or bad and so on and so forth. We're just going to just jump right in ourselves and experience the game in 1.0. Jump right in. It'll take a little bit to load, but no worries. Jump right into the game.
Warning, structural integrity failing. Emergency resuscitation of all personnel initiated. Exit this facility and report to Production Terminal Lima.
Oh, right. Well, that was new. New cinematic.
Your medical status is diagnostic failure. Report to
Okay.
Medical Officer for unknown.
The beginning area is still about the same as I remember. Let's go ahead. Is there a take all space? Cool.
Identified. The Assembled Nations Industrial Expedition to the planet of Calyx.
Alright. So that's the same as I remember. Early digging. On the plus side, the digging side of things in this, like, individual mechanic is pretty.
Hello?
Gather up stuff.
Can you hear me? Your suit can't transmit a voice or ID signal, but my sensors are indicating you're out there. First things first, check in at that production terminal. I need a second set of eyes on how badly damaged it is.
Alright, so yeah, so the early stage of the game is as I remember. Gather some goodies, smack some rocks, you know, that kind of thing. It's looks like they looked at some new things here. Is this just my video settings, or is this just how it looks? Let me take a quick look at this here. My video settings seem to be texture quality low. I should be able to do at least medium on texture quality. Alright. There, it looks a lot better. I don't have the beefiest of video cards, but I have a pretty decent one. But it is looking like still, I probably turned it down some time ago when I was playing due to they had a lot of issues with video and stuff. Looks like I turned off a lot of stuff, turned everything down to low for all those reasons. Let's go with medium, full setting. Yep. Repair terminal. Iron ore and copper ore.
This terminal is cooked. Mining drills were the only buildable tech I could recover. Try crafting a few with materials from some of the chests around here.
Grab all that with space. Grab all that with space. And crafting menu. Go. Alright. Okay, that's new. Let's take 2 of those. Can't deconstruct yet. I feel like it's a little slower in the early stages. It teaches you stuff. So you can get that one there, that
Task
one
inbound.
there.
Mining drill. Must be built at an ore vein and fueled with
Right,
black
need.
matter.
Okay. How do I F for deconstruct? There. I can't deconstruct those as of yet. Okay. Clear that little space on the side there. I forgot about that. There's a little output on the side. Alrighty, let's see here. It does fueling from plant matter, so let's put that in there. Can I split the stack? Let's see. Grab half, right click. Cool. I believe there's copper somewhere else. It's over there, if I remember correctly. Let's do, we'll do inspect. So let me take this. Oop. Back out. To deconstruct that. Let's get ourselves over here. Can't seem to run as of yet. And you have plant mender. They've added a lot more plants pickup. Before there were definitely a lot less. Do that. Inspect. Fuel. I need 10 iron and 10 copper. 3. Let's just build 3. Okay. Well, we can go ahead and build 3rd. No worries. From understanding, much like every other crafting game, iron is a highly needed resource, so we will focus our second drill on iron node here. Put that there, let that run. Alright, we have more than 10 for iron. Go check out the copper side of things and go from there. Yeah, so it's been a while since I've actually played this game, but this is actually one I played a lot of. Really enjoyed the exploration combined with the crafting. Some of the crafting games do have a good chunk of exploration involved, but this is all underground, so it's very much a like digging and planning kind of thing versus your generic on the surface games like Factorio or Satisfactory. So I was actually intrigued by this. Really caught my attention. Got some goodies. Alright, back to the terminal. Go ahead and repair a terminal. But I can't supply it with what it needs. Okay, so I can't just dump it in. I guess I have to put it in these guys here. We haven't learned anything else, right? Logistics. We haven't unlocked anything else as of yet. So let's see what's down over here. We have some of these little guys here. So I guess we're still doing the research done that way. I wasn't a fan of this type of setup for the research. It takes up way too much space. Just seemed a little redundant, really. Seems like they're still going that way. Deconstruct. Go ahead and get those. Supply repair terminal with stuff. What's this? Suit speed? How do I pick that up? It's definitely a module or something I pick up. So let me do so. Let's see here. Tab for there are 2 things on the tab menu. Repair Lima. Okay, how do I repair Lima? There's not a input here. Oh, okay. Weird.
Good work
There we
getting
go.
that ore plugged into the terminal, Groundbreaker. If you weren't on my crew, you should have been. For the next phase of repairs, you're gonna need a scanner. The tech for it unlocked automatically when you fix this thing, so open up your crafting menu and build one.
So yeah, these should have been boxes here as if it was something to place down. That UI design is kind of terrible. Wait a minute, these guys here, copper frame, Raw materials. Okay. I seem to have gotten some of my pickups.
Task inbound. Scanner. Scan machine fragments to restore tech tree access.
Looks like I'm getting those guys. Got the long inserter now. Scan some plants. Alrighty. Where are these furnaces? Right. Smelters. Scan the fragments. Alice Subnautica. Open tech tree with T. Alright, let's check this guy out. Okay. So we need 2 of these cores to get this. We have none currently.
Warning. Research cores required for activation of new
Oh, I have to
technologies.
scan this.
Refer to tech tree for current
There
core
we go.
manifest. Upgrade module scanned. Additional tech tiers or cores may be required.
Breaker, you've got a problem. Your research core count just slipped into negative digits. Open up your tech tree to see what I mean. You won't be able to activate new tech until you place enough cores to climb out of that hole. I'd suggest you start climbing.
Research cores constructed. Smelter technology available for activation in tech tree.
There we go. Hold to activate. Cool.
Technology activated. Proceed with construction of smelter.
I think these are much smaller than they were before. Rather than being fairly large, they were like probably the size of 4 of these, it looks like, from what I remember. Pretty happy they're a lot smaller, a lot easier to deal with. Got smelters, get those rolling. Come on over here. Now we didn't have any belts as of yet, though. So we're still doing some manual grinding. I do remember there being a scanner. There being a spot somewhere. So when we saw this stuff early on, if you come up here, back
You've
to where we were,
activated the smelter tech, but you still need to build one and place it.
in this window here. Oh, gotta dig down a little bit. Come back in here. So this area here, I remember there being a way to get into that area and actively collecting that stuff that's in there. So that's one thing. One of our mini goals to get in there and actually collect that stuff. It's free goodies. In the meantime, we're going to go ahead and get this rolling. I think we have to do a bit of manual work here.
Task inbound.
There.
Smelter. Supply with ore to produce ingots. Requires plant matter for fuel.
So I'll do stack for fuel. Put iron in there. We got to do. So shift the quick stack. Looks like it shift the quick stack. Alright, cool. So I'll do that. Let that run. We go and set up on the other side. Get copper running as well. We're early stages, and we'll take a look at what we need to do here. Smelting automation and use those pieces. Okay. So we're looking to get 5 and 5. 7. Drop that down. There's an easier way to mix that. Take that. Put those there. Okay, well, there's smelting up. We're going to take a look around. Remember there being something down here, so we're going to take a look down here, see what we can find. Plenty of plants down here. Oh, and that's what I was looking for. Back when I played this before, This was here. I remember it. Let's see here. Power signal required.
Door unpowered and secured. Repair production terminal and input authorization.
Okay, so they blocked me off from getting in here before get the terminal upgraded. Alrighty. We'll head on back then. Let's scan these guys. No? Okay. Is it here? No. If you look on the map at the top up here, kind of get an idea where things are. But it's not what I look at. Hit M. Okay, I can get a map that way too. That's the base down there. Okay. This is, okay, I'm looking for it over there. So to get over to the spot that we saw in the beginning, there is a little pathway, I remember. Let's get over to it. Well, I was passing by here. We'll pick up the whatever ingots have been created. We'll be 5 by now. Cool, got 6. Then we'll go down that way in the near future as well. Sit over here. Grab the ingots from the smelter as well. Grab those. Come over here. Complete this task. Can I just shift click? I can shift click. Cool. Boom.
Terminal upgraded. Basic automation schematics available.
Alrighty, does that mean we have logistics? Yeah. Alright, cool. So we're gonna need 1, 2, 3, 4. And like a bunch of those. Okay, so we're going to clear these. We're gonna move. How do I click? All right, click. Okay. Can I click this? I can. All right, cool. Click those there. I'm going to put that there. That there. We don't need these right now. Okay. So I believe that's the fuel.
Task inbound. Inserter. Use inserters to transfer items between machines and conveyor belts.
There we go. And then we can take inventory, go to load box. We can do, I need to do, I think I need 4, right? Because I need to do I think this is what I have to do. I have to do that, followed by that in there. Yeah, I believe that's what I have to do. Now I can try to see if I can do this directly. By doing that, maybe? Okay, so I can do it directly. Good to know. Cool. I'm going to have iron being created and stockpiling. Go ahead and get this up on the other side here for the same thing. We need a few more of those. So we'll do that there. We will pick that up. Where is the smelter? Put that there. And do that. Oh, these are rotated. Rotate. And then box. Oh, excuse me. I'll go ahead and throw that in there. Alrighty. So we're coming over here. We have those rolling now. And we need to do 2 inserters and a bunch of conveyor belts. Let's make those real quick. 2 and 10. Done. That's fully upgraded.
video console right next to the screen. It'll start beeping and blinking in 3, 2, 1.
Signal triangulated. New location added to HUD. Life sign.
Access to all local facilities should be restored, including the one I've been stuck in this entire time. I've set an unlock code to the door. I've got some tech you're gonna like. And
Okay.
I know you wouldn't dream of leaving without me anyways.
Alright. That's going to be a spot we're going to go to in just a minute. I need to figure out how to do this again. How do I rotate? Switch these. Cycle primary toolbar control. Okay. Spot variants. High toolbar. No. That's not doing anything. Is it press? How do I change? Cycle secondary toolbar, move hotkey. Huh. Let's see, let's go to controls. Move to high toolbar. Rotate, erase, jump, alt mode, transfer, toggle sprint, variants, just stack. I'm not seeing. So I'll use pause. Control remapping. Let's look through here. Cycle toolbar up. Arrows. That might be okay. There should be a spot according to our map here. Yeah, right here somewhere. Let's see. Looks like I got it. Okay, cool. So it's right here. And this gets us back to that earlier area that we saw. We can pick up all that stuff there. Help us get things moving. There we go. Alrighty. So, okay. Okay, shift one. Okay, shift one also gets me up there. I can do that. Alright, that'll work. Better than the arrows. We can do shift 2. Nothing there. Oh, these are there's more storage. And more setups. Yep, these are fuel pellets. Yep. Those are much better than plants. Scan this. Get some parts. If you already have stuff, like you already have something already unlocked, okay, you can scan it still and get parts from it. Cancel. Won't let me pick these up. Interesting. I guess they changed that because you could pretty much tear this entire room apart and get a bunch of free materials for it. Gives you a really nice early boost, but I guess they changed that. Now you don't get that anymore. So we will take what we have here. Excuse me, thank you. All the fuel here. Oh, these all have it. Ooh, okay, let me take all this out then. Take that fuel. So sad I can't use all this stuff. Ooh, there's a duck feature now? Huh, neat. Because part of the thing was, like, you could set this up and still use this iron here. I think there's a bit of, yeah, there's a bit of copper right there, too. It doesn't seem like that would be the case anymore. That's disappointing. I'm not gonna sit here and wait for that. I'll come back maybe later. Yeah, you were able to pick this all up and use this area as an early stage part. And then what I ended up doing here was I cut through here straight into the main area so that it could be gathered and produced as another node, basically. Looks like they changed that, for better or worse. All right, let's go check out the signal over there. I do believe that is a signal from the area I was talking about earlier. I went to and couldn't get into. It's most likely the case. It's from the arrow. Okay, I can zoom. Doesn't show it there. Okay. How's this doing? I just want to check this out real quick. Doing solid. Keep doing that. Throw those in there. And do the same thing for the copper over here. Sort that way. Gotta make sure these have the fuel they're gonna need. I should probably just switch out this. Yeah, let me take that out. Stack that, half it. Do the same thing for the other side real quick. Because I know there's gonna be a way to process that fuel, the plant stuff, into that type of fuel. Which is just a better setup altogether. Can we get the fuel back, please? This seems to be a few little things to finagle with. Alright, let that to go. Head over to the icon over there. Let's see here as well. Printer. Stem threshing. Okay. Any fuel. Plant matter frames. Copper frames. Drills. This is dirt. Okay. The planter. Gotcha. Decomposition. So, terraforming. That's drill bits and stuff. Inserter. Energy. We'll get those later. Okay. I don't see it there, but there's a way to create those fuel, little fuel pucks. Still can't run as of yet. The upgrade I got earlier, is there anything you can do with that? Don't want to scanned. That was log stuff. Don't see it currently. Okay. Gotta move forward. Looks like there's a hole over there too you can check out. So it looks like it might be looped back around according to the map setup. Yeah, it loops back around. Alright, let's check it out here.
Sending that signal was more complicated than you think. I don't know why, but these computers feel like second nature now. Sort of the opposite of what I remember it being like. I'd be the one to get you out of a situation like this, instead of the other way around. But I'm not giving up. That's how I know it's still me in here. You'll see.
Yeah. Pack size 2. Tech is now available in Tech Tree. Ready? Can't seem to get in there. Heading on down here. If I remember correctly, there was like some stuff you get to explore a little bit. Let's see if my memory serves correctly. Aha! There we go. Some frames. Follow this here. Let's see what else I can find. There we go. Ooh, got a generator and inserter. And some advanced circuits. Some other goodies in here. Components. Biobrick diesel. I wonder what those are. I don't remember seeing those before. Advanced circuits and some inserters. Okay. So there's definitely some changes I've made on different parts of the game, which is good to see. Looks like they really put some effort into the 1.0 stuff. Now, at this point, the game is still a year old, despite the fact this being my first time playing the 1.0 release, so always that to keep in mind. I'm not really going to give it points or neg points on how good or bad the game is based on that, though. I kind of judge it as is. I remember there being a thing you could do with the pipe here. I wonder if that's still the case. There's a lot of little things like... Yep, there it is. I see the box. Little hidden box. What I get? Cooling systems. Universal seed pod. I think cooling system was like a kind of a mid-game thing, if I remember correctly. Used for more advanced parts. Anything to scan in here?
Casualties detected.
Anything else in here? Yeah. So if you guys haven't played the game before, this is kind of the first reveal. So before I go any further, if you want to do kind of spoiler-free, now is a good time to call it. But if you are sticking around, then by all means, go for the first spoiler.
What? You've never seen someone stuck inside an alien cube next to their own dead body before? Whatever I was trying to do here, I'm gonna take a wild guess and say it didn't work out. Hopefully, it was worth a shot. Let's go.
I have a cube now. So, as she has mentioned, she has passed away. And I put her contents into the cube. And now we have a cube buddy. Let's go through here. Head on back. Head back to the terminal. So we're going to start making our way to the first real main area. So far, the area that we were in is kind of the tutorial area of the game. And then the next area we're going to go into is the...
Scan the fragments in that cage by the stairs before.
Oh, the cage is open.
We'll need that tech to get out of the sector.
Oh, there we go. Don't remember that. Alex, bit mark 1. And then the mole tech. We got a bunch of pieces. Take all that goodies. Alrighty. Let's make your way back to our starter base.
Local signal deciphered. Sector headquarters. Report to production terminal radio for triangulation.
Sounds like the terminal is fully rebooted. Check the radio console again and see if the beacon it adds to your HUD gives us a clear path home.
Yeah. Oh, something on the ceiling? Okay. Gotcha. Do. Get her back to the radio. Before we click on this, we'll check our tech real quick. So there are bit mark 1 and then the mole. Moles we're going to do most of our actual mining with. The pick is really either an early game thing and also kind of a That's the best way to put it. It's accurate, it's pinpoint kind of thing if you're just trying to take a little bit of things off of something rather than taking a whole section. Because the mole is going to mine in a large area. Alright, let's fully upgraded, interact.
Signal triangulated. New location added to HUD. Production terminal Victor.
This is the time to activate the mole in your tech tree and build one. We won't be able to cut through to the freight elevator that goes to Sector Victor without it.
Alrighty, so go ahead and get the mole. So, let's do this one here. Followed by this guy here. We need 6, we have 4, so we need to make 2 more. Go to our 2 more of these guys. Go ahead and put them down. Tech tree, activate the mole. There we go.
Task Mole manipulates terrain for traversal and composition of industrial construction sites.
Alrighty. Equipment, the mole. Just a little bit of crap, but not too long. Alright, now that we have the mole, we're going to go into our inventory. We're going to move it here. Move that there. That's where mole's in the first spot. I see this like box. That is the area that's going to dig when we use it. So you can see where, you know, large area removal versus precision digging differences are here. Looks like use the mole and freight elevator to locate the inspect production Victor terminal. Now, assuming they haven't changed anything, Victor terminal should be right in this direction here. But that looks like that's the freight elevator there. And yeah, looks like that's the freight elevator where I was putting those things. Looks like they may have changed a lot. Yep, that's literally where I was putting all this stuff. Let's nix these guys. I'll move them somewhere else real quick. That. I'll stick back here. It looks like this will be fine. Alright, I'm gonna take the mole out and dig out this hole here.
Bulletin. This mole is not authorized to destroy resources, critical infrastructure, or protected environmental areas.
Buy freight elevator with bits to unlock new
The
levels.
space above this freight elevator has caved in completely, but these things were built to dig themselves out of situations like this. They just need a little help. Craft some excavator bits and feed them into the ports on the elevator to clear a pathway. Sector Victor should be right on top of us.
Okay. That's the new way they're doing this, huh? Can I feed directly? Looks like I can. Got 2 minutes each. I put 2 in there. It's 4. It's 24. So I make more of these then. Yeah, 2 meters. That's what it is. 2 meters each. Okay.
Freight elevator initialized. Dedicated excavation ports available at front of structure. Flex ports available on sides and rear of structure. Proceed with excavation to access obstructed levels.
Okay. So I'm going to create more of those. I need copper and iron, of course. Interesting. They shrink each floor down smaller and expand it vertically in the different floors. What they had in the early stages of the game. That's fine if they did, because I remember like the elevator was like a later part of the game. So it's pretty early, pretty big change to have the elevator right here. So we'll see how this goes. By the way, I do right click to make 5 of them at a time. it state that on here? Does, yeah, right click, crouch 5, shift, right click. I think shift, right click, crouch as much as you can, which is right now only for assign primary tool slot such. Okay. Alrighty. I'm just looking at stuff here. I think I actually flip flop these around. I don't know a better way to do it. I'm doing it that way. Okay, so 14. So we need 10 more. So that should be all I need. Okay. I'd like to move a little faster if I could. Can't seem to run. That's the little thing there is my control. Not able to do that. Control doesn't seem to do any run. I'm guessing that module I found earlier is what's going to help me run. Just take a look over here real quick. So that's all blocked off. So before we had to dig this way, and you dig in here and you can follow the water, and then that's where the next area was. It looks like they changed it to require the elevator to get to the next area, so we're going to go ahead and check this out real quick. Can I shift how this is going to mine, or is it only that much? Okay.
Excavation complete.
Okay.
Elevation to production terminal Victor restored.
Can I maybe down a little bit, try to get to that waterway? Did they block it off? Ooh, okay. Protected area. They blocked it off. They shrunk this down to itty bitty, it looks like. There is a way over that way, so we can get maybe across to there. Check that out then. Can't seem to follow the waterway anymore. Yeah. That's dark stone. It's the stone that requires this tool to clear up. Alright, let's check over here. So according to what we're looking at on the map, there should be a spot somewhere over here, right? Yeah. Somewhere in this direction. Okay, let's try this again. Overheated again. Yeah, it's kind of right over here. Wait for it to cool down. Oops. Alrighty. Let's get. Ooh. Alrighty. That's where it came out of. Let's check this place out before we go in the elevator. Some more things to scan. Cold shroom? Okay. That's a new one too. Dew catcher. What's that design? Is that the water? No, it's just strange. Okay. So water's here. There's something here to scan. These guys here. Dawn strand. Alrighty, let's show the water. What we got over here? Got some normal rocks. There's an iron deposit here. Good to know. Coloration on the map is all about them. What's over here? Anything else? This is like the kind of exploration I really enjoyed about this game. I think that's blocked off too, though. But it looks like they shrunk the maps down significantly, which is kind of a bummer. I really enjoyed like I said, the exploration of things. I'm hoping that they just shrunk this part down to being really small, allowing, there's a box there, the little hidden bits in the walls. They just shrunk this part down because it's like the early stage of the game, tutorial kind of thing, and then hoping that from there we can find other things. Yeah, see the little dot in the map? It's like right here, give or take. See that dot there? It's the same as it was in the early access. That means there's a chest that we can get. Gotta dig towards it. There was a way to set this to different settings so you could not generate as much heat when using it. It's made it really useful when you're trying to dig smaller pathways. This one, for instance. Let's see. No, you can't dig up the... We're like right on top of it. Can't dig up the actual chest itself, so yeah, I'll dig up everything around it. This up, and we got here. We got more diesel. Alright. Not a terrible find. I can't erase it. Good. That's why it removes itself from the map. Alright. Looks like that was all that was here, sadly. I kinda hoping for a little bit more. But it was a neat little secret. Got some diesel. And then we have that unlocked there for later use. I'm wondering how this will all end up working. Right. Okay. Right elevator. So yeah, it looks like we can send stuff up through the elevator to different levels through this. I think that's what this is. L3 storage. PT Victor. Yeah, look at the resource differences there too. So it does seem like we're going to be transferring resources between levels. Alright. Yep, that was a pretty quick load. No animation or anything for that? No, like, going up an elevator cinematic for the first time?
Thank you for getting me out of that facility. I appreciate it. At the time, it seemed like the best thing to do was focus on work and not get caught up in thinking about anything else. I've tried to stay sharp for both of us, but now that we're almost back to the main line, I'll admit it. I was terrified. It'll be good to see some friendly faces. And a few thousand twinkling lights. I'm sure you've got people there too.
Alright. Let's scan this guy right here. I don't want to interrupt her talking. Oh look, see up here they have a bunch of these. Are these all filters? They are filter inserters. I can scan them. Which means they're not... Oh no, it's a lot faster now that I have them, it looks like. Cool. Let's get a bunch of electrical components. Most likely be useful in the near future. Okay. Just over there. Okay. Well, it does look like Yeah, it looks like they kind of chopped up what used to be the setup. So, remember I was talking about the waterway down in the other floor? Well, it used to connect to here, and this was the waterway to go to here, so you cut through this little section here, follow the water, and you get to this terminal here. It looks like they did cut them up into smaller sections. So we'll see if that really hinders or helps things. Yep, see they blocked that up with the indestructible metal. There seems to be a chest over here according to the map. So let's check this out. Pick that up. Delete that. So let's see how this is. So that's already the back wall, so we can't go any further in that direction. There does seem to be another chest there. It's a little down. Might be easier to get from over there. Take a look around. Some more plants. A wisp tail. Alright. Looks like this way towards our goal. The waterway would also work, but I want a more direct route. Sounds like that would be out towards waterway. So we will use this here. Just dig through. So we have a more direct route to our areas. Wait for the heat and move forward. Okay, so we're going to do this terminal and then we're going to call it for today's video because we are hitting at the 15-minute mark at this point of the recording. So let's go ahead and just knock this out real quick. And I will state that we're pretty early on and stuff.
I don't understand. A factory the size of a city is supposed to be here. It was right
Oh, look at all that.
I know it was. Where is everybody?
Alright. Well, let's go over to the terminal first. Planning to explore. Looks like there's machines there to scan. Looks like there's machines over there as well to scan. Plenty of plants to take a look at. A lot to explore and check out. Ignore that. So yeah, let's check this out real quick. Oh, another piece of scan here. That is mole flatten tech. Available in the tech tree. Yeah, see, you can use the mole. I knew there's settings for this. You gotta unlock them first. Gotcha. Repair terminal. Oh, we need pieces to repair terminal. Okay.
This terminal is trying to reach out to 100 facilities that might not exist anymore. If we can repair it, we might be able to decipher where those facilities are located. And if we can keep that elevator moving, we might be able to save the crew. Take a look around and see if you can find anything to accelerate your excavator bit production. Doing that and fixing this PT are your only priorities right now.
Well, the log menu review, switch tabs required. Yep, this is the log stuff that you're talking about there. You can always go back. Oh, okay, metal stairs, platforms, pillars. Go take all that stuff. Got some more pieces here. Platforms. Yeah, see, I didn't get to use the platform stuff. There was like a really basic platform you could use. That was like a powered platform. You could just build it out and it kind of floated everywhere. There was no ifs, ands, or buts to it. But this does look like it's... a lot has changed since I last played the game. So I'm expecting there to be a lot more changes as we go along and check things out. But for right now, this is the end of this particular video. If you enjoyed the video, please let me know down below. If you'd like to see more videos like this or following this particular game, go ahead and let me know in the comment section. For now, this is ACryInShame signing out. So long, everyone.